All right, NQ Futures Power Hour. We are up just about $105 here, taking this trade off of we got the 9 crossover on the 21 EMA, and looking to take that to VWAP. I think I got 2 contracts here. I'm gonna get rid of one right here and let the rest ride. There we go. All right. It's been a real choppy day, and couldn't really find anything today. It looked like we might break this support low earlier today of 22,387, but then we saw this nice reversal here. Look at this. Here we go. Right up to the VWAP. Okay. Looks like we're going to a little short of the VWAP. I am going to close that right up at the top. Okay, a little bit more, right? Okay, boom, out. Let's clear all that out, make sure we're all clear. And that's 115. Doesn't seem like much, but on a day like today, I'll take that base hit. All right, now let's see what happens here at VWAP. Should I have held, or we're going to see a little reversal here? I'm tempted to take a little quick short, and I should have done it. I missed it right there. That would have been nice. Little short there, scalp. That would have been a nice little 10, 15 point move. But, you know, with the way this market is today, you have to be just extremely careful because, you know, as much as we want to rely on charts, and we need to do that, one tweet from our dear president and things can just go the other way. And I think you guys have probably already seen that before. So, all right. This is a nice move. 5, 10, 15 minute candle, or the 4 or 5 minute candles there, right up to VWAP. Textbook. All right. Let's see here. What do we got? Well, that's a nice. Yeah, I missed that one. I got a little bit of FOMO coming here. I should have took that rejection off the VWAP back down, but hindsight is everything, right? Okay. Let's see here. All right. Seeing a nice rejection there. Look at that. 12:14. Let's see what happens here at the top of the next minute at 12:15. Yeah, we got some nice movement here coming up into VWAP. The question is, you can see right here, this is where I took the trade. You got a nice crossover on the 9 EMA over the 21. Because as you can see, let's do this here, way back up here, right about, it was like 7 o'clock this morning, is when you got the 9 cross below the 21. Now we did have a quick spike up, but then it's basically stayed below the whole day. We got a little move, a little cross there, but then back down. But here, right here at 12:05, we got a beautiful cross, and it stayed above. So we're either going to see this continue to reject at the VWAP probably, or we might come back down and touch the 9, but you know, the risk reward isn't so great there. 447, you might get another 10 point move down as we're seeing right now, and then you know, that could be another. Right in here, we could take another shot at longs. I just don't like that. You know, I try to make sure that, as a rule, a general rule, that anytime we're below the VWAP, I'm kind of looking for shorts, and anytime we're above the VWAP, I'm looking for longs. So I typically wouldn't have taken this long right here, other than the fact that We've been seeing the market move up at the end of the day recently, and we had this nice crossover here. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have taken a long there. All right. Let's continue to watch. Again, we're at 115 for the day. You know, 115 over 20 trading days in a month. You know, that's 2,300. You're getting payouts there. So a lot of people say, oh, you know, we see these guys are clocking in 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, if those are real even. It doesn't always take consistent big days to make money. You can be making money making $100 a day, and then multiply that. You got $115 for today times 20 trading days in a month. If you do that every day, that's 2,300. Then if you got 20 accounts, that's $46,000 a month. I mean, that is the beauty of copy trading as well. All right. I will not be looking for any longs unless we get above that VWAP and hold it. I'd like to see us break above and then come back down and retest. And then maybe, if you look to the left, we could be going, VWAP to the top of this candle here. It's an 80-point move, so we'll see. We'll see. I might just call it a day. We'll see how that works. All right. Let's see here. Alrighty. Okay, let's look at this on the 15-minute time frame for a second. Yeah, so on the 15-minute, the 9 is still below the 21. We're holding the 21 right here, and of course below the VWAP. And again, you can break the hold the VWAP. Your VWAP's at 422,460. I would say you got a 30-point move up to this rejection area here at 22,491, and then that could be your first trim, and then take the rest up here at 22,512. But again, that's if we break and hold, and that's if we continue to get this late day movement that we've been getting recently. Okay. Alrighty. Again, on a day like today, we haven't had a tremendous amount of volatility. So, I might just call it quits here at the $115 for the day mark. I only traded one account. All right. Look over here. The Qs, again, got a downtrend here again, unless we break up a VWAP here as well. Wouldn't we really be looking for a trade? Tesla dumped the last few days, but we're starting to see a little movement here on Tesla. Apple's up 0.4, Microsoft 0.27, Nvidia's up 4% today, so Nvidia's moving right now. So if we got actually these four, Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, and Microsoft, continue to move into the end of the day here, we might continue to see some upward movement on the NQs. My opinion, of course. Alrighty. Guys, I do have a Twitter account. You see it right there. Right over here, Las Vegas Trades, Twitter. Also, got a website I've been building. It's right in the process right now of switching over from different companies, so it's going to be completely up and running the next couple days. And then we've got some information on there on prop firms, also a manual that I've written, how to trade futures with prop firms. That's completely free. So probably by Friday that's going to be completely up and running. You can take a look at that. Okay, let's see here. All right, you can see on the 15-minute here, kind of holding the 21. Got a nice wick there up, so wick kind of almost off the 9, so we might continue to see some upward movement. Let's go back to the 5. Yeah, seeing a little rejection there on the 5, but again, I really wouldn't want to be taking shorts. Let's go down here to the 30-minute chart. I'm not looking for any kind of short unless we're seeing a strong rejection down here at 22,383, right below this wick, and then maybe we got some movement down to 22,352, so maybe 30 points. But again, this market's been on a big time uptrend, so you know, really not looking for shorts unless we break some key levels here. Hourly chart. Look at that hourly. You know what I mean? Came back up, came back down. Pivot points right here. Rejection right there. So I you know what I mean? Unless again we're below 22,380. I wouldn't be looking for any shorts, but then, you know, even if you do short, you're kind of shorting down into maybe 22,255 if you have a really strong move on some news. But other than that, I think longs is what we need to stick with right now in this market. Okay. All right, well, seeing a little bit of rejection there, a couple red candles, but again, we're above the 9, above the 21, below the VWAP. Tough spot to take a trade, really. You don't really want to be trading in this range here. You know, from this 22,385 all the way up to the VWAP here. Yeah, I wouldn't, again, I only took this trade earlier today because we saw a cross there. Otherwise, I wouldn't be taking any trades. All right. Thanks, Jessica. Appreciate it. Again, I just started live streaming, so you know, I was trying to wait till my website was completely finished, so you guys had some content to look at. But that's okay. We're just gonna go ahead and start live streaming. Whether we have do we have 2 watching now, or do we have 2? Whether we have 10, whether we have 100 to start, we'll just try and get on here every day for a little bit. Try and take some good trades and just take it from there. Answer any questions you guys might have. All right, it's a strong candle down, but look at that right there, bounce off the 9 EMA. See that? So again, not taking any trades. It's 1228, 1229 actually. Let's see what happens at 1230 here. All right, look like we're seeing some action there. Look at that. That's a nice bounce off the 9. It's for a quick scalp, but I'm not taking, again, not taking anything until we get a break above VWAP or a possible break below the 21 EMA here, but even there is risky because your risk reward is, you know, yeah, maybe you got 20 points there, hard to say, but again, the way this market's been, we can just see it flip right back up. Oh, there we go. Strong move below the 9 here. Oh, look at that. Wow. See? 1230, man. Look at that move. And I am staying out of that. We all the way broke the 9. Look at that. Broke the 9. Broke the 21 and then bounced. So let's put a mark right there. Are we going to bounce here at the 21 or we continue down? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-minute candles in a row. Wow. Like I said, you got, guys, you got to have a stop loss in place. If you want to look at my my bracket here, you can see I got a $50 take profit and a $25 stop loss when I'm trading a market like this. And again, if I hit 2 MMQs, I'd be at 150. You get and you know you can start with that. You take the trade, those stop losses click in. You can always go and adjust them based on what you're seeing. But you got to have a stop loss in this market. Again, one tweet from our wonderful president here, and the market can just move 100 points. And then if you're in a trade and you're in heavy, you just blew the account. So look at that bounce off the 21. Look at that. Wow. And when you go to when my website's completed and you go to that, you can see the manual. I've got a whole chapter on the 21 EMA. I use it religiously, as you can see. All right. Still in that range. If you look between the 21 EMA and the VWAP, that's a range right there. 22 421 all the way up to 22 461. It's a 40-point range. You do not want to be taking trades in here. You do not want to be taking trades in this area. All right. Yeah. Yeah, if I don't see anything here, everyone, I'm going to call it quits. Again, up $115 on the day. Might not seem like a lot, but in this market, base hits are what it's all about. Okay. Base hits, that's what we're talking about here. Yes, MD. Thank you. Will I be on every day? I'm gonna make a point. Thank you. Will I be on every day? To try and trade every day. Let's see. Sorry, I was watching this candle here. Yeah, I should be on every day, Monday through Friday, and once in a while, Sunday, futures open. Look at that. I'm just watching that again, that bounce off the 21 EMA. You got to be careful here. No trades. Okay, we are holding here this 22,420 mark right below the 21 EMA. Dangerous, because you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red candles down. So you're seeing some selling here, but then you got this big wick here, and you're starting to form a wick here. So, and I typically try not to trade after 12:40, which would be 3:40 Eastern Time, 12:40 here Pacific in Las Vegas. She's got some weird movement, FOMC, you know. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take anything. Don't think I'm going to take anything. Could see a rejection right here at the 9, but look at this wick right here. Got a lot of buy-in right here, twice. So all right. Well, let's see what happens right here at 12:40. We got about a minute. All right. Adjust that right there. Wick. Here we go, 12:40. Are we going to see a reversal here? Got this 5-minute candle with a wick at the bottom. So we'd like to see that break the top right here. Above the 9, hold above the 9, and maybe some move up to the VWAP. But again, I don't think I'm going to be taking that trade. Possible trade though. Yeah, that's what we want to see right there. Nice move up, break the 9. Come back down, right at the top of that candle. And we might move right up to VWAP there. So if you're looking to take a trade, the entry would have been right at the top of that candle, 22,433, and then you would have been looking to ride that up to VWAP, and looks like it's a strong possibility. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I will post this video, and depending on market conditions and what's happening tomorrow, hopefully you'll see me sometime tomorrow. I'm going to try and pick a time. Today I picked Power Hour because, again, I was working on some things to do today. But I typically like to come on around in between 8 and 9 every morning. I'm not big on the first 30 minutes. I like to see that play out before I start taking any trades, especially in this market. So capital preservation is the key, and the time frame that you can lose money the quickest and make money the quickest is opening 6:30 to 7. So typically try to stay away from that time frame. That doesn't mean that I won't be live streaming during that time at all, but go ahead and subscribe and keep an eye out. All right, and hopefully I'll see you guys here tomorrow.